Okay, guys, this is going to be a new format for me. I just thought I really didn't want to get into space, but I thought I needed to. I thought that, there's enough people like Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson and so many people out there, um, Kirkland, so many people doing great work. But I just wanted to bring my fresh perspective from a conservative Christian perspective about the news every day. It's going to be a short video. It's going to be a quick video. And so if you like it, we'll see if I do more. But I think the LA riots have just really pushed me over the edge to say, hey, I've got to come on here. I've got to start doing this. And there'll be slow news days. There'll be, fast news days. But I want to talk to you guys really quick about these LA riots. What the freaking heck is going on in our country, in America, where these people came here illegally. They have broken into our country, broken our laws. If I, as an American, break the laws, I go to jail. If I go kill somebody, if I go steal something, if I go hit somebody, assault somebody, or break into a car, or throw things at a car, or hit cars, I'm going to go to jail. I'm going to go to court. I'm going to get arrested. But these people are running around lawlessly in America. And thank God that we have President Trump there. And what the frick, I'm going to do a little sideline here. What the frick is going on with Trump and Elon? Like, I love Trump and I love Elon. Like, Elon has done so many good things. I wasn't a big fan of electric cars, to be honest with you. But I've come around on that. And I think people should have a free choice. But look at all he has done, all the companies he's built, and then sacrificing for free to go to our government and cut. Maybe it wasn't $1 trillion, but they cut a lot and they established a new order of like no more crap. Like we're gonna figure out where things are going and why they're going there and stop anything that shouldn't be going there. So I really hope and I pray. I know I'm a nobody, but I hope that Trump and Elon work things out because, even I know they're two big egos and that's like a huge cosmic energy, mix that's not normal. But at least be kind, nice, and your friends. So text each other privately if you disagree. But all this craziness really just kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth for Elon, to be honest with you. I think Trump really respected him. I think Trump really respected him and gave him a lot of freedom to come in and help. And it's just really disappointing to see how that ended, basically. But anyways, back to the riots. So we saw a lot of stuff with Elon, like people bombing and scratching and hitting Teslas for no reason at all. These are personal vehicles that people worked hard to pay for. They live in America where they get to choose freely what they can afford and what they want to drive, right? Maybe you want to drive a Nissan or a Honda. Maybe you want to drive a Chevy or a Cadillac. Maybe you want to drive a Mercedes or a BMW. Maybe you want to drive a Rivian or a Tesla. Why did those people get picked on? How did that hurt Elon? It didn't hurt him at all. I mean, you could say the stock fell, but it will bounce back. I mean, have you looked at the companies and what they're doing and doing things that no one else is doing? The software on the cars is unbeatable right now. The Starlink is unbeatable. The way he goes to space, no one else is doing that. And on it goes. And Trump's the same way. Look, if you've read Art of the Deal, if you've seen or studied him way before he became president or even thought about becoming president, I was reading his books, watching him, watching Apprentice, mesmerized by his quick decisions, his decisive decisions, and his fairness. And he still brings that to the presidency. So what do you guys think? I mean, this is maddening too that the politicians in California, and by the way, I was just in California and in Seattle. It is so freaking beautiful there. I mean, just gorgeous, like another world, like something you would want out of a movie kind of life, the trees and the look and the ocean and stuff. And it's being destroyed by these psychopaths that are clearly have this mental disease. And it's funny and ironic because Elon's the one that first called out that liberalism is truly a mental disorder. And if you look, it really is. It's a mental disorder. It is causing blindness. Like These are rational people that have educated, make a lot of money, are married, have families, but somehow cannot make rational, logical thoughts when it comes to stuff like people burning your freaking city down or fires destroying your homes and not being able to rebuild quickly and get in there to your own homes and get your stuff because of all the regulations. And did you hear? Did you hear? July 1st, they're going to raise the taxes on gas again in California? Again? I mean, have you been to California? Have you seen the prices of gas there? It is already insane. Like, what the heck are they doing out there but just destroying every good thing that's out there? And it's so sad. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you want to hear from me? Are you a man, a straight man, a conservative, a Christian? Are you married to a straight man? Is your father a straight man, a conservative and a Christian? Or maybe you're not a Christian at all, but you're conservative. It doesn't matter to me if you're gay or straight. I just want to come on here and bring common sense back to the internet. And I know there's a lot of people out there doing it, but I want to bring my perspective and my take on it and just help you guys like digest the news every day. Sometimes it'll be funny, sometimes it'll be light, and then we'll have crazy moments like this where we're all just like losing our minds. I wish Rush Limbaugh was still here. I would love to hear his calming voice and logic and just peace and wisdom flow through his voice behind that golden microphone at the with one hand tied behind his back. Oh my goodness. It's just so sad that he's not getting to see Trump, take the victory after such a horrible, horrible loss. And he didn't lose, by the way. They stole that election, and you won't convince me otherwise. There's just too much proof of it. And look at all the stuff that's coming out on Biden. I mean, come on. It's just more proof that they rigged that election. And they tried to do it this time, but we came out and we said, heck no, and it made it impossible for them to lie, steal, and cheat. And that's what they do. They think, honestly, almost every liberal I know thinks they know better than you and they need to nanny you and protect you. A lot of people get frustrated with me because I don't like the seatbelt law. Do seatbelts help you, protect you? Yes, there's a lot of evidence that they do. But in a free country, as a grown man or woman, you should be able to decide if you're in the car, if you want to wear a seatbelt or not. Same with the motorcycle. If you want to be stupid as a free man or woman, you should not have to wear a helmet. Is it better to wear a helmet? Is it safer? Is there tons of proof that it is? Of course. Of course. But freedom means you get to choose. When the government starts telling you that they know better than you, it's a slippery slope. And a lot of us have just accepted it. A lot of you will be like, that's not a big deal. But if you think about the small little steps they take and how big they're getting of taking your freedoms away, like cooking a frog and boiling water, the slowly warms up and they don't even know it before they're dead. That's what what's happening in America. As far as I'm concerned, I don't believe in all these conspiracy theories, although some I've been definitely proven wrong on, and I've got some people in my family that are always like this and that. The biggest one was, this will be a little funny for the video. The biggest one is Trump was really the president and Biden wasn't in the White House and the White House had no lights on and all this crazy stuff. And I was like, oh no, you've lost your way. Like, come back. Let's be reasonable. Let's be logical. And there's a lot of stuff out there, right? And there's stuff out there we blow our minds, and I know that. But I've got to stay on the playing field I've been given and like be logical. And what are the things we can do as conservatives and as Christians and as people just with logical brains that want to protect our children, our wives, our husbands, our families? We have to stand together and not be divided. And one of the greatest victories, really, of Trump becoming president was social media bowing down and stopping the Chinese communistic craziness that went on during COVID. I mean, they were literally censoring people. They were actually right. They were actually right. They were actually telling the truth. They were actually way ahead of everyone else because they were lying to us to sell us vaccines and make money for themselves, to line their pockets at our expense. So that's another video. I don't want to get into that. Today is all about the LA riot. But are you trying to break free from your life? Are you trying to travel more, all this stuff. That's what I do. So this is a new channel I'm starting, but I do travel planning and travel videos, and I do tech videos. I do a lot of stuff. I'm very busy. I like being busy. So, but if you like this kind of video where you just come on and hear from a regular guy who's traveling the world and who voted for Trump twice and was all in on Trump, and who will make predictions on here that will come true, and you'll listen to me and you'll start trusting me, then hit that subscribe button, because I'm the guy you want to follow. I'm going to tell you the way it is, and I'm going to speak to you with you, because I think we're all in agreement here. I think we all are sitting at our homes watching TV, watching the news, hearing about this stuff on our phones, and thinking, what the ever-loving frick is going on? Why in the world? If that was in Dallas or in Florida, it would never, ever last more than a few minutes. It would be shut down like with great force, because you have to send a message. No. Heck freaking no. We will not stand for this. We have voted in mass numbers, record numbers, to put Trump back in that White House. And by the way, you're not going to like this, but I don't like J.D. Vance. This is what I'm talking about. You're going to learn to trust me on some things. Lying, sleazy snake Ted Cruz, and I do not like J.D. Vance. He's probably a nice guy, but there's something there. And I've been given a gift since I was a little kid of just being able to just detect this stuff. My parents have had friends that have said, that's not a good person. And they're like, oh, yeah, you don't know. Then a few months later, a few weeks later, a few days later sometimes, it's revealed that they aren't. And they go, well, how did you know? And I was like, I just have these feelings. I just have this thing that I can detect stuff. And he's one of those. Do you agree? Maybe you don't. Maybe you think he's the next Messiah for America. I think it's Donald Trump Jr. That's who I'm hoping will run and carry on the Trump legacy. Not because I want a dynasty or anything like that, but I just feel like he truly, honestly will carry on his father's legacy. And we need 8 more years, so 12 years and 16 total, of just America first, America logic. No more furry babies, kids that are pretending to be animals, and people pretending to be, like, we need to bring sanity back. If you're one of those people, come along with me. This is going to be a fun ride. I love you guys. I love seeing your beautiful faces. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.